guys, so I was going to show you some of the rocks that I had found. So the first one right here is going to be a limestone rock. You can see where all the holes in it, and it is an example of carbonic acid because where the water was sitting on the holes, but also on the edges, it's been rounded off by the erosion of water running around the curves from sitting inside the creek bed. That's a really good hole right there. The next rock that I found is going to be this flat rock right here. As you can see, it's completely smooth. There are no edges. They're all very rounded, not a sharp one in sight. The part that was exposed to the elements is the darker that was underneath, which you can see there's a clear definition of the line where they meet, where this was sitting on the underside. The next one I found was going to be this massive rock right here. I found it sitting near the side of the tree roots. Over time, the rock, this big one, and others had been pushed. So they formed this massive chunk, which if you look closely on the underside of this one, there's 3 different spots where it's actually flint. And we know that flint is used to make fires in the wild. The next one that I have is actually going to be this really pretty red one. I thought it was really cool because I hadn't seen anything like it in the creek. 98% of them were all dark or white or gray. But looking at this one, because it was red, it really stuck out to me. And on this side right here, in this spot, you can see the different layers of erosion that it has on it. And then there's also this really good hole right here. And then this one right here that are good examples of chemical weathering for the carbonic acid. One of the last rocks I found was really cool because it had a fossil in it right here, and it seemed like there may have been some other fossils possibly right here, and even I felt like right here on the back side of the rock, but definitely this fossil right here. And it may have been a shell, but I think it was more of a leaf. But that leads me into the next thing that I found, which was going to be these 2 little shells. I found them in the creek bed in the dirt. They look more like shells that like snails kind of use. But I thought they were really cool, and they were actually broken right here on both of them. So they're actually kind of like, oops, the same size. So I thought that was really different and unique, even though I found them in 2 different spots. The last rock I found was going to be this rock right here. I happened to just see it when the light hits it because you can see the crystals radiating off of it, which is actually what caught my eye, was something shiny and sparkly. But yeah, so all of these rocks and these random shells conclude my presentation of Grown in My Backyard. And I really do have to say that I've learned a lot from this class. And when I took people with me to do this project, because I went on 2 or 3 different days, I feel like one day I just went like back another time. But it was really cool for me to take the pictures, and then when I went with my nephew, I was able to explain, like I kind of did right here, and in the video, I was explaining what made the rocks look like that and what made the creek bed and Harburger Park look that way. So this was a really cool experiment.